Hello and welcome to the live D4WH show. I am Bjork. As you all know, a regular listener to this show. Please finish your forms and put them in the fez at the front. That would be awesome. And if anyone is here from Scandinavia, you can fuck off. I will kill you. Thank you and enjoy the show. Please welcome to the stage Glenn Stevens.
I am the Doctor, this is my section. Earth is under my protection. My planet of Earth is Gallifrey. I've got two hearts, your life is safe. And into the Master or Missy, come on Alonzo. Alonzi, I am a Time Lord. No, I'm not rich, 12 bodies of men. Now it's time for a switch. Don't look like that, I'm in great health. You were expecting someone else. Regeneration, oh such fun. When I say run, run, run. What's up, my boy? Peace and sanity, sorry, much death. There's a polarity, sometimes I'm north, but always a limey. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Jump at the TARDIS, go for a ride. It's bigger on the inside. Exploring all of time and space. Oh, what's that? Exterminate Cybermen and Daleks, maybe. Would you like a jelly baby? Time's ticking, we'd best go and you adventure Geronimo. I'm fantastic, so are you. Just come with me, I'm Doctor Who. Thank you so much. Oh, please give it up for Glenn Stevens. Oh, man. Oh, that was... when I wrote that, that was not for performing. So I don't know why I did that. Is that on? Great. Thank you so much for coming, guys. This is amazing. All right, I got my beer. Okay, we're ready to go. Intimate audience, but that's okay. My name... Thank you very much. Please continue to fill out your forms and bring them up. We will use them, and therefore we don't have to talk to you if you don't want us to. That's fine. Because I know people are scared of us talking to you. Let me just catch my breath. I should be right in about an hour. That's fine. Oh, welcome to a brand new episode and our first live episode of D4WH. Thank you so much. I am one of your hosts. I have trouble getting upstairs, but only because I'm winded. Just as you saw, I'm Adam O'Sullivan. Joining me as always, you don't want to know where she hides her deadly ray gun. It's Nicchia Shoot. Oh dear, we could have been...
Hello Adam, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello
I'm great.
everybody. That was really good.
Thank you very much. I've been practicing all day.
Yeah, you probably need a puffer now.
I am. That's my exercise for a month.
Yeah. Put you in an iron lung, we'll be right.
Tonight we are joined by two guests. First of all, please welcome to the stage. She can see around corners with her eye stalk. It's the food wanker, Beck Buckingham.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
And finally, the person you've been watching this whole time. It's amazing how he plays the piano with a plunger. It's the polymath Glenn Stevens.
Hey guys.
Oh my God! Thank you guys. This is amazing. There's even some people I don't know in the audience.
Are you just going to keep, thanking them, or are we going to get on with it?
Yeah, because this is all I can say without sweating my balls off.
Oh, if they do pop off, do tell me, won't you?
They're detachable.
I just want to know if I have to pick them up, put them in my bag later.
Well, now you know what we do pre-show. That's great.
Pop them in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Glenn, do you want a beer?
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. Have a crisp Green Beacon Brewery sponsoring the Bris Funny Fest. There you go.
Not sponsoring our podcast.
No, not sponsoring our podcast. There's a special on at the bar. All that sort of stuff. All right, cool. I'm born salesman, baby.
Yeah, you are. Special stuff at the bar. Yeah, whatever. Fine.
I love it. This is automatic feedback. So if you guys don't laugh, I will kill myself.
Yeah. You know that we don't actually laugh at your jokes in the podcast, don't you?
No, I know, but I edit it to make it sound like you do. So...
Yeah,
sucked in.
I know. It's really going to show you up
That's
tonight,
one of the perks of editing the podcast. All right, what time did we start? That's great. Okay, cool. It's all right, just a little bit behind baseball. Behind baseball, inside baseball.
What?
Shh.
You go the whole 9 yards, hero. What are you talking about with baseball?
I'm jacked up on so much nervous energy right now.
Right.
Same. You had to.
Would you like me to take
let me just
over?
have a drink of this crisp, frosty... I don't know how to describe beers.
Yeasty, hoppy. Oh, that was a bit creepy what he just did.
I like my beer like I like my women, yeasty.
Oh!
Ew.
God, it started early, didn't it?
So we know where the level is.
Yeah, I like mine without a penis.
Surely you've all listened
You
to the
are
podcast.
so picky, Glenn.
I am.
So
It's a
picky.
thing.
So picky.
We did press record on the recording thing, didn't we? Probably should turn it off.
I love it.
If
when
we
you
were
talk
actually
technical.
editing tonight, that would have gone in an adults episode. But there's no editing. Yay!
I wish I could see everybody. It's very bright up here. Oh, there's Beck Tech. See, it's very confusing because we've got Rebecca and Rebecca. Mm-hmm. So I thought we could do, like, you know, Beck Buckingham. So you could be BB.
BB, sure.
And Rebecca, oh, no, it should be RB. Rebecca?
Sure.
We also call her Beck Tech. Would that not be a good nickname? Or
Can
Oh, no, I wanted to go for a very long...
I think you're making this far more complicated than it needs to be.
I've got a simpler solution.
What?
Beck and Beck, B1 and B2. It's the
B1,
ABC.
B2.
That's where the Doctor Who lives.
that's our regular segment, What We Call People on the Podcast.
It's one of my favourite segments.
Oh,
we
I
do.
hate it. That's why I edit it out every week. Fantastic. We'll start as we always do with Doctor Who news. Woo! Now, did you know that a former Doctor Who crew member is now currently harbouring a dangerous fugitive?
What?
Yeah, you didn't see this?
No, I didn't see this.
Stephen Moffat has a weeping angel in his backyard.
Ah, yes.
What is he doing? He's endangering us all.
I don't know. I don't know. Does everyone know what the weeping angels are?
Oh, my God.
It sounds like an ailment.
It does sound like an ailment. Beck probably doesn't. She's a Tom Baker girl.
Yeah.
They didn't have them
No.
in Tom. They had clams in the Tom
Yeah.
Baker.
Yes, I'm familiar
man.
with the clam work.
If there had been, like, just a person on the street, like, doing street art, they would have been like, oh, you'll be a bad guy. Come on in. That'll do.
Don't, you know, classic Who. We
Classic Who and
did
the
what we
clams.
could. We did what we could.
In July 2019, Karen Gillan, whilst her movie Avengers Endgame took in all of the money, paid a little visit to her old pal Moffy. She Instagrammed a picture of her and the Moff star next to his weeping angel statue.
You know, they're great, but when we were in the UK, we were going through a cemetery, as you do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always walking through cemeteries. And
I mean, you live near a cemetery.
Well,
I don't
I
want to
do.
give too much away.
I
Do not
actually do.
hunt down Nicchia based on the cemeteries in the place where we are, which you should already be able to, but I'm not going to say it right now because that would make it far too easy for you to dox her.
yeah, that's true. But yes, there's a lot of those sort of angel-y statues, you know, and my husband, I don't know if he's still here or did he...
No, he would have gone
Oh, there
home
he is.
by
Yeah,
now.
gone
Yeah,
home by now.
thanks for waving, Dave, because it's real easy to see from up here.
And he kept saying, they look like weeping angels. They look like... And they do. They do. They're very good. It's not very funny. I just thought I'd tell you that. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you.
Yeah,
Anyway.
if you listen to the podcast, it's not very funny.
No, it's
just-
not, but screw you.
We borrowed the laugh track off Big Bang Theory.
Yes, of course.
The Big Bang Theory.
Well, let's just let the energy die right there.
Yeah, that's good.
Would
You're
you?
shit at this, you know that, don't you?
And scene.
Is the live show where I figure out to cancel the podcast? That's so strange. I get out and I'm like, well, that's the end. Nicchia, you have we're actually auditioning you guys for a new host.
Yeah.
I was going to say, would you guys have a weeping angel statue in your backyard?
Totally. And I'd make it move.
I would too. Yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
make it move.
Oh, hell yeah.
How would
be
you make
awesome.
it move? It's
I
a
would-
statue.
Yeah, I would put some animatronics in
Yes.
there and just get that shit scaring my kids to do their housework. See? That was one thing.
Yeah, that broke.
Holy shit! I didn't even know you set that up.
You're even nerdier than I am because I wouldn't even think to put
How
animatronics.
dare you?
I know.
How dare you make that
I know.
assumption of our guests?
I wouldn't even think of that, but good one. I'm for it.
When I was 10, I made a clone and he's sitting to your right.
Ah, yes. Why isn't your hair blue?
To tell us apart.
Yeah.
Not the hair you can see.
Mum can't tell us apart, and by mum I mean
Sorry,
your petri
Beck.
dish.
No, your mum's hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Mum, I'm doing a live podcast.
What are you
doing in there, Adam?
I'm live podcasting. If I set up a mannequin to look at me, that means it's a person, right?
Your dad and I are very worried about you, sweetheart.
You're very weird. Right.
All right. Well, today we are talking about the Daleks.
Yay! Who doesn't love the Daleks besides the Doctor?
Can you love the Daleks? Tell me, can you ever really ever love the Daleks?
I think you can. I think you can.
Do we have to cut that out? Is that...
No,
anyway.
keep it in, keep it in.
No, it's not recognisable as an actual song.
Doesn't like the Daleks?
Oh, they're pretty scary.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, only if you're soft, Steve.
Yeah.
They're actually freaking scary.
Well,
Yeah.
no. They're not as scary as the guy who created them. Who's the guy who created them? Does anyone know?
The devil. That's who created them.
Davros.
Oh, I thought you meant Terry Nation. I was like, where's this going?
Yeah. He's a terrible person.
He used to punch everyone in the dick that he saw. It was so weird.
I have nightmares about the Daleks that I wake up and, I forgot to put the bins out.
That's what it is. Or you left the pepper shaker out. Those sort of things.
Little things
remind
like
me.
that.
Little things remind me of the Daleks.
A good hero will always have a baddie that is just as recognisable. Batman has the Joker, Spider-Man has the Green Goblin, and Captain Kirk has space syphilis.
Yeah, but that's his own damn fault.
Well,
That deserves a clap.
It does, actually. The clap.
I've started putting in jokes. But whereas the Joker was created as an anti-Batman, Peter Parker and Norman Osborn got their powers on the same night by coincidence, according to the 2002 movie. Am I right, guys? Oh, my God.
What a coincidence.
And Kirk's disease is his own fucking fault. Thanks for taking the joke of the punchline of my... Anyway. That's
well, it is his own fault.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
Is there any alien he hasn't snogged on Star Trek? Is it?
Has Kirk fucked a Dalek?
I'm sure he's... I'm sure he's snogged
amazing.
Spock. At some point, he snogged Spock, I tell you.
There's fan fiction on it.
Yeah. Let's...
I'll
guys,
Google it now.
let's start a Kickstarter.
He's looking it up now on his phone. Just check it out.
One of the Dalek bumps removes itself and it's like, put your penis in here, Kirk.
Dalek, my balls.
Let's just see how it makes you. Presumably the mutant inside has some kind of apparatus.
Oh, there we go.
And who doesn't like a slimy lover?
And that's what I call it too, apparatus.
Call your husband an
That's what I say to my husband.
The Doctor and the Daleks are rattling around the universe doing their own thing until they stumble across each other like the most horrifying meet-cute ever.
Yes. Now, the thing about the Daleks is that out of all of the Doctor Who characters, even the Doctor, they have had a legitimate porn movie made about them.
Well, the Doctor has as well.
No, not a legitimate one. Didn't he?
There's a wood rocket
God,
one.
Is there nothing sacred anymore?
What rule is it? Rule 34? Yeah, Rule 34. Whatever there is porn of it.
No.
It's called Dr. Hall.
Oh, God. Of course it is.
Dr. Shmoo.
Dr. Shmoo.
And I bet it gets out his sonic screwdriver, if you know what I mean. It's a vibrator.
Meet my many companions.
Oh, I thought that was a euphemism for
That's creepy.
a penis.
Nope.
I missed that one. Sorry about that.
But the one you're talking about is just a softcore. Anyway, we don't need to go into that.
What, you didn't like
No.
it? It's
Well,
too tame for you, Sam?
Look, the story wasn't very good.
That's true.
The cliffhangers didn't make any sense.
No. And what were the lesbians doing with the Daleks? I wanted to know.
They are cleaning the pool.
I've come to
That's
clean
right.
your pool.
Women can do whatever men can do in porn movies. Is that a feminist thing? I don't know what I'm talking about.
don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Let's cut that.
Yeah. Let's cut the whole fucking thing. I just imagine that they were just, running around the universe and then suddenly they both reached over for the same book and then touched each other. And, ooh. Hi, who are you? Exterminate. Ooh, I love it when you say things like that.
But they'd be good for S&M, wouldn't they? Well, they would. I mean, they would kill you, but,
How would they tie up the bonds?
Well, there are problems with the Daleks. We all know that. I mean, they can't go over rocky surfaces.
Hello, Mr.
What
Grey.
kind of porn are you watching?
We'll show you afterwards.
I'll show you afterwards. It is from the 80s. It is called the...
Is that man Googling it again?
What's it called? Escape
Get
from
your
the
phone out.
Darloids?
Yeah, it was called Escape from the Darloids.
Yeah, because they
No, it
had
was
to
called
change
Escape
the
from the
name.
Daleks, and then they can't do that, and he's like, okay, we'll just call it Escape from the Darloids.
Yeah, so that's what they did. But it's 70s, so there's a lot, like there's small marsupials living down here.
A lot of bush.
Yeah, a lot of bush.
A lot of bush. Fair enough.
A lot of bush.
You know, when we suggested doing a live podcast,
You didn't think there'd be bush involved,
this
did you?
wasn't entirely what I thought it would be.
I don't know. I don't know what you thought. You have listened to our podcast, right?
Nope.
You have heard
I'm trying to
yourself,
forget
haven't you?
everything.
Yeah.
I would have brought my saxophone if there was 70s porn references.
Oh, yeah.
They immediately start trying to one-up each other like a pair of fighting next-door neighbours, much like the plot of the 1993 movie Grumpy Old Men.
Oh.
Nope.
Really?
Okay, that joke didn't work. That's
No.
great. That's great. Anyone here born after
Doesn't
1993? Oh, dear God.
Well, you can all just
Thank you
piss
for
off.
coming, by the way. Thank you so much.
Are you allowed out this late?
Sorry about the environment.
Oh, is it your fault?
Not me personally.
I was going to say, what are you doing on this podcast?
All right, where? Oh no, I was going to say something, but I've forgotten it now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just listening to you makes me forget things. Let's go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, not in a good way.
What do you get when you mix a pepper pot, a plunger, and a whisk?
Beck, aren't you the food
Yeah,
wanker?
food wanker. What do you
Yeah.
get?
Do you cook with all those things?
I do.
A whisk, a plunger?
Well, not a
What do
plunger.
you do with the plunger?
Well,
I'll show you later.
custard.
I'll show you on
On the 70s
Revenge of
porn.
the Darloids.
Look, you definitely don't get a souffle, that's for sure. Ew.
No, you
What
don't.
does that mean?
I don't know. But I laugh a lot. Just to make him feel
I'm
good.
laughing at
The
you.
episode where Clara was introduced.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Souffle girl.
Well, Beck doesn't know.
Oh, well.
We've gone off on a tangent. The thing I've worked out about the Daleks,
Yes.
what I've worked out about the Daleks,
We're listening.
right, if anyone has seen the genesis of the Daleks, anyone seen that here? Yay! Okay, so they were...
This is for you two.
They were created by a very wrinkly old guy called Davros, and there was no... They were in this country, world that had a war, and there's no women. There's no women. Did you notice that? Okay, there's no women. And so what they've just got is white, middle-aged, angry men. And then, well... And then...
Much like our current world.
Hello. And then they put them in the Daleks. So this is why they're so cranky. You see? Because there were no women.
They're incels.
Okay?
Are they incels?
Are they incels? What?
Incels, like involuntary celibates.
Oh,
Those-
well, maybe. I don't know. There were no women.
They're very angry.
They are very angry. They need a root and probably a woman around them at some point to get the root, obviously. It's harder without the woman. Not impossible. Anyway, I didn't mean that, anyone.
Oh no, the Daleks are attacking. And Nicchia would be like, here, watch Escape from the Daleks.
The Daleks. Let me help you out, fellas.
I know that's a song, but that is my porn music.
What's your porn name?
What is my porn name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're not that intimate yet, are we?
I hope we're never that intimate.
Did Dave leave?
Dave. Oh God, please save me, Dave. As I say usually on the podcast, please save me, Dave. No, you get one of the most recognisable villains to ever grace TV screens. The Daleks have become as popular as the show for which they are created. A 2008 survey by the UK National Trust found that whilst only 1/3 of children interviewed could identify the leaf of a royal oak, the national tree of England,
Yeah, I couldn't pick that out.
and only half could tell the difference between a bee and a wasp, 9 out of 10 children could recognise a Dalek. Yes!
Thank you, Doctor Who.
What I'm saying is that the Dalek should be the royal tree of the UK.
They should. They should. They should be on the coat of arms. Maybe Liz should wear one, like some Dalek bumps on the crown.
Maybe the
She could
Brexit would-
Davros it. Just do
She
the
could
lower
Davros-
half.
do the lower half
Just
in
the
a
lower
skirt
half. Yep, why not?
with the series of breasts
Yeah.
all the way down.
Nipples.
Nipples. No, well they're not. Well, they're very big for nipples.
Wasp bites.
What can I
Wasp
say?
bite.
Or bee bites. I couldn't tell the
Bee bite,
difference.
no.
I don't think bees bite.
Oh, they sting.
They sting.
Oh, God, yeah, I had an academic say that to me once. He said, I said, don't get bitten by them. He went, oh, they don't bite, they sting. I went, I fucking die.
Was it me that said that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, fucking die.
Oh, I also forgot to mention, you'll find treats on the table in front of you. There's jelly babies, custard creams, and jammy Dodgers. Please enjoy. Yeah.
All
Please feel to
Doctor Who food.
Yeah, please feel to take them with you afterwards because I'm not going to fucking eat them, that's for sure.
Is there fish fingers and custard?
I did consider it, but I was like, they would just get soggy.
Oh, no.
Like me. I don't know. It was dead air, so...
Yeah.
The Daleks were created by writer Terry Nation in 1963, 9 years before the UK officially joined the EU, 56 years before the UK is supposed to leave the EU, and infinity before the UK is actually supposed to leave the EU. Satire!
And I wasn't born when they were created.
Neither was I.
Oh, yeah, well, I know you weren't because you're like 10. But I wasn't.
Wow, I feel it's
And you
amazing
weren't.
they let me into this bar.
And you weren't. And I saw you, and you were there, and you were there. Oh, sorry. You weren't there, Richie. I'm sorry. I'm just making it up.
Are you having a stroke?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Is that something we don't do on the podcast?
No, we usually reserve it for the end of the
Oh,
podcast.
okay. All right, I'll hold off.
You're referencing Romper Room, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see.
Yeah, and you could tell the age of the people in the crowd by those who didn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Wizard of Oz.
No, it was another show. Romper. I always want to say Romper Stomper,
No, it
but
was
it's Romper
Romper
Room.
Room.
Quite different.
I want to combine those shows.
Which was with
Where the bee curb
Miss
stops.
Jane. Oh no, that
Miss
was
Jane and
that was Mr. Squiggle.
And wasn't it Doobie the beer? The bee?
Doobie the
Doobie? Isn't that like
yeah.
like a straw?
Is that a drug reference?
Oh,
Nicchia?
sorry. Oh, Rebecca's giving us the wind up. Keep going.
She can't be on the podcast to go, oh my God, are you serious? What are you guys talking about?
That's what we had out all the time. Rebecca going, ugh.
Terry, or Tezza as I like to call him, wanted to create an alien creature that didn't look like a man in a suit. He was inspired by ballet dancers, so of course his script specified that the creature should have no legs.
Yeah.
Which seems strange. No, he was actually inspired by the graceful way the dancers would glide across the stage in their long skirts.
But he didn't think it through, did he?
No.
Because they can't be... If you can't put them on a rocky terrain, and they at the time they were like dodgem cars, they needed static electricity to move in the original when they first came in. So they're a little bit shit, really, aren't they?
And in their first episodes, they would go around being like, hey, I told you not to bump in. You're supposed to just go around, go around.
Well, they didn't fly until the end of the 80s. So until then, they were just... All you had to do was just run onto a gravel road.
Or duck down.
Duck down, they're screwed.
And I love that
Climb up a ladder all over.
they showed us what Skaro looked like, and it's just a quarry. And it's like, how did the Daleks get around in that quarry?
Yeah. And what was Davros thinking when he put together an evil creature?
Oh, we know what Davros was thinking. He was like,
he's thinking about
this
Nida,
capsule, this beautiful capsule. Do you have a capsule that everyone could kill everyone in the universe?
I do love that. You've seen that, haven't you?
I have seen that. Yes.
Look.
I think you're pronouncing his name incorrectly, however, because all of the YouTube comments, I know this will trigger people, it's apparently pronounced Davros. Davros. Whovians love it when you do that.
So we've gotten really wanky now. Davros.
Davros.
All right, I like that. So we should keep talking about Davros.
No, we're talking about Daleks.
Oh, shit, really?
I don't have a bit about Davros, or as I like to call him,
Rose.
D to the R to the A to the V to the O. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Early Dalek operators were retired ballet dancers. However, a Dalek has never been awarded Prima Ballerina Absoluta or Absolute First Ballerina, probably because this term is only really used in Italy these days and is mostly symbolic.
Well, and the other thing is the Daleks were wooden, and they used to sit on little tricycles, and their knees and their head and chin would move things. So when the people were speaking, doing the Dalek voice, they had to try and get the lights to sync when they first created them. So I imagine that they were only, small, getting in there with your little knees, getting around. But the guy who played Davros, he did every single one of his the rehearsals with a bag on his head because he had a prosthetic on, so he didn't want, the facial expression, and in a kilt because he said it was uncomfortable sitting pants in the Davros thing. But they said he was a terrible chain smoker, so he just had a hole in the top, and he would smoke, and the smoke would come out of the top of the bag. And apparently, Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, used to just laugh his ass off
while the dude set the place on fire. Yeah. Well, I was going to do this whole podcast and it killed, but Nicchia said no.
Yeah,
so...
that's right. That's because he was going to keep doing this.
Yeah, isn't that what you do with a kilt?
No.
I've been watching the wrong videos.
My mother used to tell
I think
us
we've ascertained that
if you lay under the television, you could look up the Scotsman's kilts. She told us that. My sister and I, when we were little, she'd watch the Edinburgh Tattoo. These two girls getting radiation, lying under them, going, I can't see. My mother would go, keep looking, you'll see. Nothing.
Oh, I so wish that was true, just so you could like
It is true.
go underneath the TV and all you see is just a bunch of dicks just flinging around. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Gee, Mum, why did you encourage this?
Oh, because my mother's cruel and unusual woman.
She is.
And I take after her.
Isn't that really interesting that your mother tried to get you to learn upskirting at such a young age?
Before it was a thing, my mother
That
was...
was like
She was
progressive
ahead of her
mother
time.
and kind of weird.
Yeah, but she was ahead of her time.
For your 15th birthday, she bought you a pair of shoes with mirrors on them and a ticket to Japan.
Yeah. No,
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Crowd's turned. Yep, that's... oh, shit. That was a joke that did not go very well.
Oh, he's not my clone.
no,
I don't
no.
condone it. It was a joke. They're monsters.
See, I can say
Well,
what
this
I
is the
like.
end of the podcast, guys. If you're playing at home, that's bingo. That's bingo.
I'm leaving this podcast.
I said to Beck, don't worry. We won't need to edit this podcast. It's fine.
Yeah, we didn't know you were going to make so many stupid jokes, but then again...
Have you listened to the podcast? No.
You know I love you.
No, I don't. Whilst Tezza wrote the script for the Daleks, the actual on-screen design was left to BBC in-house designer Raymond Cusick.
Oh, yes.
A fellow in-house designer was supposed to be working on the design of the Daleks, but wasn't actually available. His name was Ridley Scott.
Ha ha!
Oh, well, I'm sure he got over it and didn't devote his life to alien-themed movies.
Yeah.
He certainly never deprived us of a Neil Blomkamp Alien 5 to make his own gory yet unremarkable sequel.
Well, you know, and he did steal the Ark in Space story for
Alien.
So there you go. Although his Alien was a lot better than the paper mache Wirren and covered in bubble wrap. But still, you know.
Yeah, he did a lot better things with bubble wrap, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. We all do. It's
and-
coffee.
Are we back on that theme?
NC.
One of the rules that Doctor Who creator Sidney Newman had set up was that the show should have no bug-eyed monsters. So when he first heard about the Daleks, he was livid.
Yes, but they were huge. Kids were playing it in the playground. So
Well, actually, they had no other scripts available for the first season of the new show, so not only was the Daleks included, but it was bumped up to be the second serial. The futuristic nature of the Daleks was to offset the historical nature of the first serial, An Unearthly Child.
Ooh. Well, you know, the first ever episode of Doctor Who went out the day that JFK was shot. So they had to... She talked them into... Verity Lambert talked them into broadcasting it the Sunday following because nobody watched it because JFK had been shot. Where were you when JFK was shot?
I was not on the grassy knoll.
I was on the grassy knoll.
There.
You were on the grassy
Just
knoll?
watching, though.
Sure,
you weren't
just watching.
shooting him. You were just watching. You're like...
Yeah,
Yeah, they have strict
Yeah.
gun control in the US.
Yeah, it was a big knoll.
it was.
They say it was
A
like
lot
a
of people
small
were
knoll,
on
but
the-
it was a big knoll.
I was on a
Loads of
grass-
people on the knoll.
I was on a grassy Shannon knoll.
Hey! What about me?
Is that in prison now? Is he going to prison?
I don't know. It isn't
Yeah,
fair.
knoll.
Yeah.
He's a
His
bloody
music's not that
veteran.
bad.
I thought he was... Oh, thanks,
Prison
Scott.
music.
Google that, would you,
Scott,
sir?
for-
Thank you.
I just think everyone
not
I haven't
in
seen's
prison.
in prison.
No.
He's in prison going, what about me?
Oh, it isn't fair. All right.
The first serial had been a modest success, raking in an average of 6 million viewers across the 4 episodes. That's An Unearthly Child. However, due to the high production costs of the show compared to other shows, the BBC was on the verge of cancelling the show altogether. Imagine a world where Doctor Who was cancelled after 1 full episode.
Well, what would we be doing? I'd have to
We'd
do
be
a
talking about
podcast
something else.
on Sleazy Kirk.
Yeah. Welcome to Sleazy Kirk, where we just talk about how Sleazy Kirk is.
Here's the 3 aliens he didn't root. That's it.
No, sorry, I've just got word. There's only 2 aliens. Yeah, I managed to get through. If it had been cancelled after one full episode, it would have joined the ranks of other similarly cancelled shows. Heil Honey, I'm Home.
What? Heil Honey, I'm Home.
A 1990 sitcom which depicted Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun as a sitcom couple living next to a Jewish couple.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Oh, baby.
How many people had to say yes to that?
Yeah, exactly.
They see him and they go,
One of them thought it might be a bad idea.
They said yes to 11 episodes, but they only filmed 8 by the time the first one went out, and then they went, okay, this is a bad idea, guys.
oh, my God.
Find it on YouTube.
It was a competition. There was a master race going on.
Ah.
Oh, political. Sorry.
Oh, the puns. I'm going to introduce John later. He was in a pun competition, so...
Shannon always on a good behaviour bond.
Oh, there you go. He's not in prison. See?
Few.
But that
Who's up with the people who aren't important? Me.
good behaviour bond means he'll be in
Let
there
me
soon.
tell you what the Kardashians are doing.
Does it include the fact that he's not allowed to release any music, or...?
No.
Ah.
That'd be a bad behaviour bond. Yes.
And another show that was cancelled after one episode was Ford Nation, a 2013 talk show hosted by crack-smoking Mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cancelled after one episode. Apparently not because it was a terrible program, which it was, but also because they just asked for too much money.
Oh, you're kidding. I just can't believe they've
Crack's not cheap.
I just can't believe they've got a Hitler and Eva Braun sitcom. I mean, who here remembers Love Thy Neighbour? Yeah. No, that's just the worst show. It was back on Fox Classics the other day, and I sat there going, oh, my God. But I would have more of a reaction to the Hitler.
Well,
Yeah, they should have called it Not Friends.
Not friends. Not friends.
Not Friends, in parentheses, this reference will make sense later on in the 90s.
Yeah, something like that. Ugh. Who comes... I'm sorry, but who comes up with that idea?
You know, just people sitting around wearing some bed sheets, you know.
Yeah.
Thinking about what to do. Smoking crack.
And going, Hitler's a funny bastard.
I was going to say, you want to know how these ideas come up? Cocaine. Cocaine is how these ideas come up.
Yeah, that's how they make the Cocoa Pops ad.
Ah.
I want a monkey with a big ship and it shoots Cocoa Pops and milk and it lines it there. That's cocaine right there.
I don't understand that. And Teletubbies, cocaine, cocaine.
Just like
Every
a chocolate
car ad I've
milkshake,
ever
only,
seen.
oh my God, there's spiders on Girl! You ever got any money? Get any money?
We used... Oh, sorry, I was going to do Snap, Crackle and Pop, but that's completely the wrong cereal.
Thankfully, the second serial, The Daleks, was a hit. After word of The Daleks spread across the UK, the viewership of the third episode jumped up by 40% to 9.9 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good for...
It's amazing.
How many people had a television in the 60s?
9.9 million. I don't know.
9.9 million.
They were all watching
and
The Daleks.
one channel.
Yeah.
We'll watch the fucking Daleks.
That's why they...
Only Daleks tonight.
There's a period in the 70s where the numbers jump up to like 15 million, and that's because the BBC was the only station running because the others were all on strike. It's amazing. They're like, the highest rated episode is this Tom Baker episode. It's like, nothing else was on though. Nothing else was on at the time. Yes.
City of Death.
That's because ITV was protesting.
Well, it had John Cleese in it, City of Death.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll have to do that on the episode, on the podcast.
What, do John Cleese on the episode?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, God. All right. You do it then. Thanks for taking one for the team.
Hey, as long as we interview him either before or after, I don't care what I have to do to get that
Let's do it before.
interview.
He may be very disappointed.
Let's do it
afterwards.
before. Let's do it before and after. Actually, no, let's not.
No.
Hey, how was it? Bad. All right, this interview is over.
We won't be able to interview him through the sobbing.
He'll be idle after.
He'll be what?
Idle.
Hey.
Oh, groan.
Oh, see, now Eric Idle would do it. He would do it for like $5 probably.
Have sex with you or come on our podcast?
I don't think anyone would have sex with me for $5. So, hey-o.
I will find someone.
If I didn't, I would.
Yep.
Unlike their plans on the show, Doctor Who was saved by the Daleks.
Yes, that's true. They did. And he didn't want the Sydney didn't want the bug-eyed monsters, and they went beautifully, although they were much easier to stop in the first time you saw them because they're like dodgem cars. So, you just need the static electricity, and then they would stop them, open them up, and you could jump in. You could jump in a Dalek, not in a rude way, in a I'm going for a ride way.
So if a dustbin walked up to you and was like, here, can you rub these balloons on your head? Like, are you a Dalek trying to get static electricity to go across? No. I just think it would be funny.
You know when you're a kid and you'd get on the dodgems, and I always thought it was magic. When I was little.
Oh.
Dodgems.
The dodgem cars, at the show. What, you didn't go to a show?
I'm piecing together a little bit more about you with the
isn't
lying
good.
under the television and the Rocky Road porn and the dodgem cars being magical.
They were magic. And then a magic man would get on the back and go, oh, I'll help you, love.
A magic toothless man.
He had no teeth.
Harry, you're a wizard.
Hello, sweetheart. Yeah.
I'm a wizard.
Have you never questioned how dodgem cars work? That's us.
It's a magic. Right, I'm waiting for the wind-up from Rebecca. Yes,
She's been doing it the whole time. This led to Dalek Mania, which was very different from Beatlemania. Amongst the scores of Dalek merchandise available, there was Dalek boots.
Yes, Dalek boots.
Which is a real
What
fly
did
in
they
the
look like?
face to the Daleks who don't have feet.
Yeah. Oh, no feet, hey? I've got them. Sucks to be a Dalek.
Hey, that's not fair.
Yeah.
A Dalek snow globe.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was the
about
60s. Anything.
anything in a snow globe, you think?
It was cocaine in the snow globe.
Oh, fair enough. That's
yeah.
how they were the ones who did the Hitler.
In those days, it was cheaper to have cocaine in it than to make plastic.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
put cocaine in it.
Well, if you watch Doctor Who and any of the sci-fi from the 70s, 80s, they thought the future was plastic. Did you ever notice that? Everything's plastic.
Oh,
plastic,
yes. Plastic and styrofoam. And bubble wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, and IKEA furniture.
I thought you were going to say, if you watch Doctor Who, you've seen someone on cocaine.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh,
Is that the
who's
door
creaking?
opening or is that someone partying outside?
Creaking, yeah. Beautiful. Hello.
Scorpion Automotive and the BBC released a blue Dalek costume for Christmas 1964, and it is considered the holy grail of Dalek merchandise due to its rarity.
Really?
Yes.
It was called a what? A blue...
It was a blue Dalek costume. It was just called a Dalek costume, basically.
A Dalek costume.
Yeah.
I don't have a Dalek costume.
Oh,
I don't like to
Why
dress
is
up
that
in
my
fancy
fault?
dress. That's silly.
I did see on eBay, as part of my research, that a gent in the UK has got Great Winter Project. You can build your own Dalek.
Really?
£15. Sold 6 of them so far.
£15 to build your own Dalek?
Build your own Dalek.
Yeah,
Life
yeah.
size.
Life size?
Photos of him in his garage putting one together like a sad...
It's so nice to have people
sad
sadder than me in
man.
the world.
Are you sure it wasn't $150?
No, £15.
£15?
Yep.
I know what we're doing.
And the billing is Great Winter Project.
Ooh.
I
Because
beg
everyone
to
needs a
differ.
winter project. Normally mine's just sitting on my ass watching television, but there we go. This
Well,
will be a good one.
This would be a good one.
It
Dave?
would.
Yeah,
Quick
so
sticks.
next winter you
Dave?
can mutate a person into a mutation, build a casing around them, and kill everyone.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, what a winter.
What a winter, guys.
What a winter.
nuclear winter.
You had to ruin it by putting nuclear on there, didn't you?
So
what a
that's-
great time I'll be having.
So that's a voluntary celebrant right there.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing that project, like you're not
not getting
putting
any, are you?
you're not putting yourself on RSVP.
No.
Oh, you mean
Well,
telling-
you might be.
You mean putting
In
it,
your
putting it
outfit.
out there that you like Doctor Who is not a great way to meet people of the opposite sex?
Yeah, I've tried to
No,
tell
it
you that.
is.
Like
It's
doing
not.
this podcast?
It is.
Yeah.
No.
Adam, are you looking at the moment
Am I looking?
for someone special?
He's always looking.
I'm not blind. I'm always looking. Why are we telling this group of our friends and family?
How long has it
Oh dear
been?
God! This is what I've had nightmares about.
Open up, Adam. Come on.
Let me just tell you that I kept the Doctor Who bit under wraps before I captured Dave.
Is this an intervention?
Actually, all your friends are here to say, for God's sake...
Get laid. And I'm right, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
We're going to take a road trip. Play some 80s music.
Oh, dear God.
Well, you're always talking on the podcast about how you're trying to find someone.
Let me just...
We've got live people. I mean, normally it's just you and I and Beck in a room. It's weird, but, you know...
I'm systematically trying to crack on to every single female guest that we have on the show.
Gird your loins, ladies.
Oh.
You had a good time, but then you know.
I was going to say, where did that music come from?
Someone to love.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this episode because it's being deleted as soon as we leave. No, sorry, that's the Cyberman. Delete.
Which is a really shit catchphrase. Don't you think? Does anyone else think that the
Save
Cyberman...
and back up.
Oh, really? Because
Save
the
and
Daleks
back up
had
your
one.
work.
It upsets me that the last few seasons, they haven't said it once.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, have you not noticed? They haven't said it at all.
No, they haven't either.
What have they been saying instead? Upgrade.
Exterminate.
No, that's the Daleks.
Oh,
my God.
God, I should have watched Doctor Who before I got onto this podcast.
Oh, wow. Oh, you told me you had watched Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, a few minutes on YouTube.
Well, no wonder you just keep bringing up the clams. Every time I ask you a question about Doctor Who, you're like, hey, remember those clams? And I'm like, God damn about them clams.
Was there a clam on it? There's a clam I'm watching. I love clams.
She does.
Clams out there.
Loves
They're
a
like
clam.
pocket vaginas, really, aren't they? Clams. I think they are.
The other
What's
white
wrong,
meat.
Adam? You know, you showed me your pocket vagina. It looked just like a clam.
So now I'm imagining vaginas on both sides of your hips, and I can't unthink that.
A true fan would hunt me down and kill me, please. All right, let's talk about the Dalek costume. Jesus Christ.
What's wrong, Adam?
What's wrong? Everything. Thank you so much for coming out, guys, and spending some time with us. It was fantastic. No, the costume
I'm actually
is...
going to snog every one of you individually at the end. Beck's going to snog you. Or Adam.
Wait, was that part of the ticket? Snogging?
It said you get a ticket, get the show, and a surprise at the end.
Oh,
Surprise.
that's a treat. No, fuck. That's a trick.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, it will be.
Anyway, the costume is considered so rare because after limited stock was released, the factory that made the costume burnt to the ground.
Ah, yeah. And they'll never catch me, ever.
You said you weren't live in 1964.
I wasn't, but...
Are you the doctor?
Yes, I am. I didn't want to tell you this
No, you're the
way,
commander.
but- Yeah, I am the commander.
Taking with it all the remaining stock and the injection moulding tools used to make them. In 2014, one of these kids' costumes, complete with original TARDIS box, was auctioned for £5,000.
What? Oh, God, somebody buy my Target books I bought when I was a kid, would you?
If we have £5,000, we are buying a Doctor Who pinball machine.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
very
we
much.
so are.
100%.
We so
We're not
are.
buying a kid's costume, even if it would fit me. Height-wise, not fat-wise. Anyway.
I'll just get you a skirt. A kilt. Like a
Dalek kilt.
Dalek kilt. Oh my God! Do you think they make kilts with Dalek bumps on it?
Yeah,
I do remember one year going to Supernova, and there were 3 girls who were walking around, and they had skirts that had the Dalek bumps on it, and they walked around with the plunger and the thing.
I saw that. They were very hot.
Yeah.
That's the first time I thought the Daleks were a bit sexy. They're not really very sexy, are they?
First time I saw them. Am I right?
Yeah, am I right? Hey.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Sign them all. Sign them all.
Right.
Cool,
Hello.
cool. Monty Python.
Wait, you nearly finished?
Yes. Okay. Well, fucking get off the podcast. Another piece of memory.
Moving the camera, for God's sake. All right, keep going.
Good. No.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
You're going to Canberra.
I'm going to Canberra. I'm joining politics, and I'm going to be your next Prime Minister. I'm going to fucking wear this in Parliament.
Yeah.
Every day. Yep.
I would vote for you over everyone else that's there right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what about everyone else? Would you vote for Nicchia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm like my party is the... Oh, shut up.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah, that's right. My party is vote for me or fuck off. That's what it's called.
I think all parties are that, aren't they?
Yeah, but at least I'm honest about it, all right? I'm honest.
What are your policies? Exterminate. Oh, okay. All right.
Spoken by the Vote for Us or Fuck Off Party.
Sure. Spoken by Nicchia, sure.
One of the other things that you could buy during Dalek Mania was a 1964 single by the Go-Go's called "I'm Gonna Spend My Christmas with a Dalek."
Oh, do we have that?
No, we don't, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
no.
But look it up on YouTube. It's as terrible as it sounds.
Yeah, Scott, what, you thought you were just coming to watch? I don't know.
It's basically...
Credit for research.
Yes. Beck normally does this for us, but she's recording us. It's basically the grown woman, well, she's 17 at the time, grown woman was basically puts on a young girl accent where she's like, "Merry Christmas," and then the Dalek goes, "Merry Christmas."
Oh, my God.
Mistletoe. Yeah.
No, that's
horrible.
like an Alvin and the Chipmunks song.
Apparently they were trying to do that. They were trying to make the Daleks into like an Alvin and the Chipmunks thing.
Oh, no. The Daleks are pure killing machines. That's all they're there to do. Kill, kill, kill.
Well, they killed that song. Yeah!
Boom, boom.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. What a happy extermination. Yeah.
They should.
They should release a hip-hop album. Yes.
Oh, my God. You reckon hip-hop?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think the classics.
The classics?
Yeah.
You can do it.
All right, we'll do it.
What was the lyrics?
Walking around the Christmas tree? No.
Walking around the Christmas tree with the fucking Daleks.
Exterminate.
Straight out of Scarrow.
Exterminate.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, this is going to be a thing, guys. Straight out of Scarrow. Don't say her name, she might arrive.
Oh my God, it's Bjork.
Hello, it is me. You have summoned me and I am here.
Yeah, hello, Bjork.
Hello.
How do you get to every one of our podcasts?
You don't know, but I am an ancient Icelandic spirit. And I can inhabit anyone's body at any time. So when you're on the toilet, I might be there.
Do you... Well,
hello, Glenn Stevens. I have followed your career extensively. Let us duet.
that would be good. It's oh so quiet. Bjork, Bjork, I think you should go back to Greenland.
Someone else is doing a Doctor Who podcast in Greenland. I must go and inhabit their body now. Goodbye.
Good. Goodbye. Anyone who doesn't listen to our podcast will have no idea what that was about.
Don't care. I love Bjork. Stone cold love her.
Stone cold.
Stone cold, Steve Austin love her.
Anyone else like Bjork?
Who likes Bjork?
Woo!
It's oh so quiet.
If you don't like Bjork, you'll face an army of me. Yes.
Army of Bjorks.
Whatever a new album is called. Okay.
Bjork.
It's called I'm an idiot wearing a swan.
Hurdy-gurdy, Bjork. Hi-ho, it's Kermit the Frog. Yes?
I do like your Kermit.
Oh, thank you.
Kermit's another name for Merkin, isn't it?
Yeah, Merkin.
Yeah, I do have a giant bush. Yay!
Completely lost now.
What do you think it would take to be a Dalek? Well, according to Barnaby Edwards, it's much like sitting in an office chair and sticking a dustbin on your head, which sounds like my day job, really.
Yeah.
He goes on to state...
That's what Dave and I do for sex. Oh, sorry, honey.
Well,
I didn't mean to say that. I'm so
If
sorry.
I had to have that image, the rest of you had to have that image.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
What's the link?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, only Dave wears the dustbin.
Dave wears the dustbin.
Hello.
It's bin night, ladies.
D4WH presents Nicchia and Dave doing it.
Clink, 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 clink.
Sorry, you're going to have to watch last week's show.
Sorry,
it's recycling night.
This is more what I thought the podcast was going to be.
I want to hear people's...
Barnaby Edwards goes on to state that it's like the weirdest puppet job ever, which is how people describe
Barnaby
it.
when he's at home?
Barnaby Edwards and Nicholas Pegg were the principal Dalek operators since the show's return in 2005.
Okay, all right. I don't know. Did he say that? I missed that bit.
No, I just
I
thought...
thought he was just...
I just said that then.
Barnaby, giant.
I just said that then.
Barnaby the politician.
Oh,
I'll
God.
say hello for you when I'm in camera.
Yeah, fucking dirty cheater.
I'll say that. I'll say Adam says hello.
Put in a good word with me with his bodybuilding wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's just a bodybuilder now.
Ooh.
Oh, ex-wife, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
She's ripped.
It's the... don't you know about the divorce? When you get divorced, you
Divorce
either
body.
lose weight or you get really fit and run marathons. So you have the divorce. It's the divorce diet where you become really, really thin and sort of anemic and a bit sickly. But by God, you're thin.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Divorce, best thing to lose weight. I'm just telling you all, just in case anyone wants to lose a few kilos. Yeah, it's a bit shit otherwise, but yeah. But the diet, whew. Sorry.
Depression really helps there. Just crying and not moving.
Yeah, well, you can't eat for the crying and the snot and the
Come on.
Now it's oh so quiet.
Hey.
Bjork, hello Bjork. I am Bjork too.
There's another Bjork. There's another Bjork in the house.
There's always two Bjorks.
There's always two Bjorks.
Yeah, that worked. Scene.
Anyway, did you know that Barnaby Edwards and Nicholas Pegg, who I just mentioned, are the principal Dalek operators?
No, I didn't know that.
They are partners and have been together for over 25 years.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, isn't that? I thought that was absolutely adorable.
Like you got to work with your spouse.
Yeah.
And then you say exterminate all day and go home.
You take out all your frustration on each other, and then you go home and you fuck.
Yeah.
Or in their case, I've got you pegged.
Yeah.
That seems really bad.
Cut that.
Moving on.
No,
Edit that out.
Tonight
Sorry.
you're going to get Edwardsed. Because this other guy's name is Edward.
I don't think that'll take off.
No, I don't think that'll take off either. As a saying, I don't think it's going to make it.
No, I don't think
but
it's going to fly.
You go for it, honey. You go for it.
Yeah.
That might work in
been
Twilight. But
What?
that might work in Twilight.
Twilight.
Edward.
Oh.
It's a deep cut.
The other lame show.
Yeah.
Yes, Glenn, there is someone named Edward in Twilight. Cool.
Moving on.
He's not a Dalek, but is he?
Oh my God! Can you imagine a Dalek in Twilight?
A vampire Dalek.
Vampire Dalek. Oh, yeah, that's what.
Oh
we
my
need.
God! Where are those hot guys? I exterminated them. I am your vampire now.
Where does he put his teeth? Because they haven't got mouths. Well, they have to have their eyes or something. Where would you put your vampire teeth on a Dalek?
You just poke your stalk
Yeah,
into
on the
them.
on the
on the
mutation.
sucker.
Yeah, on the mutation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sucker's a good idea.
Do mutations have mouths? Because I've never seen one when they do fruit.
Ah.
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
They're psychic vampires.
Well, there's that show.
That one time when he ate that guy, he did it with
The sucker. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
expanded over it.
If
His tentacles expand.
If you've seen the TV show What We Do in the Shadows, there's emotional vampires where they just suck the life force out of you. It's like, hey Beck, I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to bring up some really dark, depressive stuff from your past to make you feel really shitty. And that's an emotional vampire.
I've got some friends like that.
Yeah, everyone has, right?
Me? Are you talking about me?
Pretty much Beck. Yeah. She's always...
Isn't that a name for anyone who listens to My Chemical Romance, an emotional vampire?
Aren't they
little.
emos?
All right, it was a joke. It's all right. I'd like to point out I listen to My Chemical Romance. They're a fucking sick band.
Oh, you're so depressing. Let's go.
Oh, I know, that's my problem. That's probably why I can't get laid.
Wow.
Yes, Beck? Yes, Beck? You want to tell me? Yeah. Pipe up, you don't talk for fucking 10 minutes and now you want to talk about me?
Yes, let's go on. We can talk about this.
You two discuss it. Adam and I have done enough talking.
Yeah.
It's like his hair. Why so blue?
He's a noble creature.
He is a noble
To get that
creature.
joke, you have to have been in the audience because I'm bald. So, yeah.
He's got that strong Latin jaw
I was
going
going to
on.
say the bits I can see have hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking
way more?
Oh, sorry, I'll pull my
south
pants
of
back
the
up.
border?
Yeah. Well, I've seen that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, he takes his pants off in the podcast. Creepy.
But he's got a kilt underneath, so that's fine.
Yeah, I know, but then there's this bit, you know?
What's that bit?
He's lifting it up.
Oh, right. Oh.
You know, like me with my shirt. Woo! Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
What's happening?
Nothing. Nothing.
If you had to describe this podcast
No movement
to other people,
whatsoever.
it would be like, well, they talk about getting naked a lot. They talk about how one of them gets laid and the other one does not. Oh, this sounds like a terrible podcast. It is.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. All right, tell me more about the Daleks, Adam.
Well, I was going to say Nicholas Pegg was fired from the Doctor Who magazine for hiding a rude phrase in one of his articles under the name The Watcher.
I did read about that because
Yes.
I used to get Doctor Who magazine.
The article in question was about the pufferfish in Doctor Who. And ended with the line, if you look hard enough, there's always something hidden in plain sight. Eagle-eyed viewers took the first letter of every sentence in the article to find the phrase Panini, which is the name of the company that produces the Doctor Who magazine,
Yeah.
and BBC Worldwide are a C word that we don't usually say on this podcast.
Cute.
Look, it was a very long article about the pufferfish. It goes for 2 pages. Yeah, I don't know how he thought he was going to get away with that.
No. But anyway, he obviously was not happy with them.
All right, well, that's...
Have you got somewhere to be?
No, well, I'm
Sorry.
As we discussed in the message about this podcast,
Do you
I
think
will
I
keep
read
time.
any messages you send
No.
me, honestly?
That's fine. Well, that's all it's almost 6 o'clock, so we should wrap it up.
Well, we should do some of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it 6 o'clock, so we should do some of these.
Look at him. He's got his boy. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to keep this shit from... Yeah. Oh, thank you very much,
Thank
Steve.
you very much.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to come up with our own Dalek episodes. Do you want to take point on this, Nicchia?
So we've asked you to write a few things down, and each of us will pull something out of the Fez. Who
The
knows
Fez is
what.
awesome.
And we will tell you about that episode, and you can join in, help us out if we get stuck, because we probably will. And yeah, throw in your bits about the episode that we're going to talk about. So,
Who wants to go
Glenn,
first?
do you want to go first, Beck or Adam?
Adam,
Not me.
let Adam lead the way. He's the improviser.
I've been talking
let's see how
this
it's done.
entire podcast.
All right, I'll go
Yeah.
first.
Glenn, you go first.
Thank you. All right. So this is supposed to be a live, improvised episode of the
Yes,
podcast.
that's
All right.
correct.
So,
If you wrote something beforehand and brought it with you should just scrap it right now.
Cool. So the episode needs a name, and it's called Debauchery of the Daleks.
Oh, I've seen that one.
No, it's called Escape from the Daleks.
Oh.
No, anyway.
Or the Daleks Day Out. I like the
like
Daleks
that
Day Out.
It has to be like Ferris Bueller's Day Out,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
The episode needs some details. Who was the last person you sent a message to? A puppet group.
Ooh.
I want to know more about this person. And what's the last photo on your camera roll or your last major purchase that you made? So the last photo is the Wi-Fi password. So what was that Wi-Fi password? and what's your address?
We need everything.
Yeah. And where was the last place you went on a holiday? So it says Clunes. Is it Clunes?
Ooh,
Where's Clunes?
Where's Clunes?
Here we are. Just
Okay, So tell us about your episode, what is it, the Daleks?
The Daleks Day Out.
The Daleks Day Out. Tell me how all this fits into your episode there, Glenn.
So we see Doctor Who all the time, but the reality is that the Daleks are a species. They've got kids. They've got everyone out. So the Daleks Day Out is actually like two parent Daleks who've left their little Daleks with a babysitter. Yeah, and they've gone out for a big night on the town.
Date night.
Dalek
date
night. We want to go up to the club, but there's stairs.
Damn those stairs.
Damn those stairs. I can't do it.
Sorry, mate. Not with that plunger.
We have to disguise ourselves. I think we need some puppets. Let's call the puppet group.
So they brought puppets along to the club.
We've only got Skype. We can't use the phone. Shit, what's the Wi-Fi password?
Always the way.
I love it. Who wants to see the Daleks Day Out? I like the thought that at the end they come out from around the corner and they're like, "Hey, what are you still doing here? You are supposed to leave. The movie is over." That's a Ferris Bueller Day Out reference, guys. I know you guys haven't watched it in a while, but all right.
It's like a Deadpool, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a Deadpool reference. Yeah.
We're at the club listening to the music.
Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor. Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor, kill the doctor. Kill the doctor. Exterminate, 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 exterminate. Kill the fucking doctor.
How does a Dalek...
I love that song. That is a great... Yay!
Give it up for Glenn Stevens. How does a Dalek kiss is what I want to know. Do they bump eye stalks or do they like get the plunger like stuck and they're like nah.
I don't know. We do just...
Are you just looking at all of them, Beck?
Yes.
You're choosing your favourite?
Yeah, I am. I just want to see who I'm
Not really
amongst.
improvised if
She's
you
not
go
very
through
good
it.
at this,
Yeah,
is
oh my
she?
God.
She likes to have options.
Yeah, I do. I just want to see
Well, I have got...
who I'm sharing this space with.
my episode is called...
Jesus.
And who you think you have to dob in later. I use that. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Sickos out there.
This is our game to spot the serial killer.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Oh,
All the serial killers are sitting on stage.
I live next to one. My episode
She doesn't
is
mean you, Dave.
Love of the Daleks.
Aww.
Oh, have you all seen Love of the Daleks?
Love.
It is fantastic.
Love.
The companion for the Doctor is Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of people in sand shoes. Great. We all love that.
Except the Doctor would be like, can you stop telling people to dance, please?
Well, no, this is how Ellen gets the Daleks to find love. Through rhythm, through music. And then they all have this wonderful dancing thing, and there's love in the air. This is why it's called the Love of the Daleks. And then Ellen kicks off her shoes and she puts on her Doctor Who shoes. Okay?
Again, flying in the face of the Daleks who don't have legs.
Yeah, I know. But she puts them on and then she does a particularly good tap with them.
Oh, is that what that is?
That was a can tap. I am very talented. And it's all going really, really well. And so guess what, how it ends? They all decide to get on a plane and go to Perth. It is the best episode ever. Who's seen it? Love of the Daleks. Anyway, is there anything else in it I've missed from that episode?
Although you missed the part where they go to Perth and they play that that game where the I've seen an episode of Ellen, guys. It's all right, don't worry. Where they stick the thing in you and you can't say words and.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Just go with Dr. Phil. People know that.
Dr. Phil's a monster.
Yeah, you can be right or you can be happy.
He's not a very good person.
Wow.
He's either doing
Ellen
it
is
to
Ellen's
you, or
fantastic.
he's doing it
Am I
with
the only one who misses Ellen's sitcom from the back in the day?
Oh, I love
that
it. It's
sitcom.
really good.
I had Ellen's book. That was one of the first books I bought myself, and I read it cover to cover.
Well, there you go. And that's what you should do to a book, not like read small quarterly portions.
Well,
I've never read a book cover to cover. That's crazy, man.
unlike where I was
You do.
like everyone was talking about 50 Shades of Grey, so I was like, all right, I'm going to read this fucking book and see how bad it is. And I got like 3 chapters into it where she's like, oh, Mr. Grey, I'm a virgin. And I threw the book across the room and I was like, bullshit! Bullshit! I could not even stand it.
You obviously have never read a Mills and Boon.
No,
this is just
I
like
haven't.
a Rudy Mills and Boon, really. But
Aren't Mills and Boon known for being Rudy? I thought that was the point.
Yeah, well, they
No?
kind of verge on it, but they don't.
Depending on the colour of the cover.
If
If it
Fabio's
has
on it.
Fabio
You're
on
a
it, yeah.
complex man, aren't you?
Renaissance.
Yeah, he writes Fabio Doctor Who fan fiction.
I am the most beautiful man.
It'd be good,
in the
wouldn't it?
world. Wrote me.
Oh, what if Fabio was the Doctor?
Oh, please. I wouldn't watch.
I am the most beautiful man in the cosmos.
He just keeps regenerating into himself.
Yes, I'm very beautiful.
I can't believe it's not bottom.
Do not mess with
I
me.
have many companions.
I have regenerated into Sean McAuliffe.
I got to say, my favourite photo of him is when he was on the roller coaster and that bird hit him in the face.
How good was that?
Nothing
Beak in the
personal.
forehead.
It was a weird model shoot, but it worked. It worked.
Yeah, it worked. All right.
Beck.
Miss Beck, what's your episode?
So there's obviously a sex tourist out there in the audience.
Ah.
You went
Because-
through all of them and you
Yeah.
ended up with that?
Gold, baby.
The form says nothing rude. And you hunted down that one.
She may play innocent, but she is a bad bitch.
Well, I'm jumping ahead that the last holiday was in Thailand, but I assume that's what you go
right.
to Thailand for, is just
Well,
sex.
you might just go there for
Adam?
cheap massages.
No, it's a long way to go for a
Yeah,
rub.
That's true. I had a friend who got a
Oh,
massage.
that's nice. You had a friend.
I did. Oh, he's very
And
nice.
scene.
And
I'll
scene.
just tell you, he had a massage. He was staying in Singapore for work, and he was at the Hilton, and he wanted to get a massage, and the massage lady was all booked up, so he's waiting. Then she came out, and she said, "Would you like to come in for your massage?" And he thought, "Well, she's got a lot of makeup on for a masseuse, and she's my mother's age. This is weird." And she kept flicking the towel up. And then he rolled over and she was doing the front. And she said, "Would you like me to massage your little brother? Only $25. And I said, "You should have gone, woohoo, my little brother's out there." But what he said, because he couldn't think of anything to say, was, "Oh, no, I've got to go for a run later."
That would throw off his balance.
What the hell that's got to do with going for a run? But
Couldn't just politely say no. Had to have a reason.
That's
well, you don't want to offend anybody, do you?
It's not like carbo loading. It's more like protein depletion.
Got to go for a run later. I just anyway, on with it. Sex to a woman.
So
Sex to a woman. I love that Lenny Kravitz song. Sex to a woman.
It's one of his better ones, yeah.
So our episode is the Dalek is back again.
Dalek
Haven't we all got
back.
through that?
Is that the sex tourist snickering out there?
Again.
All right.
And the last person the Dalek spoke to was their ex-girlfriend.
Oh, it's the ex-girlfriend. The Dalek's ex-girlfriend, is that
Well,
the
that's-
Doctor's companion?
That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going
Was she
with.
like in the porn movie?
Well, I haven't seen the porn movie.
Well, no have I, but I like to talk about it a lot.
Rubbish.
I have
Rubbish.
People who've never had sex talk about it the most.
Adam?
I downloaded a copy. It's all right. Took a long time to download.
Yeah, stop sending it to me.
And the last
You're
major
the one who keeps
purchase
talking about it.
was a hot water system, which, when you think about it, is very Dalek-like.
It is.
It is, except without the plunger and the whisk
Wait, is
So-
that...
and the nipples.
I'm
Is
trying to
the
work
hot
out-
water system the ex-girlfriend and he just doesn't realise
Oh,
it's not
could
a
be.
Dalek?
Hey.
Trying to work out the story.
Susie
here.
Dalek, why don't you talk to me?
She's the hippie lefty solar hot panel water system. Yeah.
We get
It's
our
a
power from
euphemism.
radiation, not from solar.
Shagging the hot water system.
Is a euphemism for what? Shagging a hot water system. That's
No, sex.
That doesn't make it a
Oh,
euphemism.
You
then.
clown.
That's a euphemism. I don't know.
I always wondered why Dave's always hanging around the hot water system, checking it out. Hello.
Oh, Dave.
Okay.
Poor sweet
Oh,
Dave.
I can't wait
That's
till
all
I
I've
have a
got.
girlfriend so I can make them the brunt of all my jokes.
Don't worry, he does it to me, just in the privacy of our own home.
Does what?
Dustbin on his head.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, makes fun of me. All right, so tell me the story. What happened in this episode?
oh, God.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I got nothing.
What, they just bought a hot water system and went home?
I think there's
It's the shittest episode.
No, it's a domestic episode where they just go buy a hot water system, take it
Chris
home,
Chibnall wrote
have
that.
sex with it.
Pile Honey, I'm home. It's the Pile Honey, I'm home episode.
Yeah, and I've got a hot water system.
I always thought
went to
there was a
SBS.
missed opportunity with the Daleks. So if you look at like a Jean-Paul Gaultier did with Fifth Element,
Yes.
that why didn't they get like a John Galliano or a Thierry Mugler or someone to ritz up a Dalek? Wouldn't
Well,
that have been...
You can't... Come on, you can't mess with the Dalek, can you?
You can.
Owned by Terry Nation.
Yeah, and also...
No, the image is owned by the BBC. Yeah.
Stephen Moffat
The,
tried to do it with the... He tried to bring in colourful, bigger Daleks, and people went, boo!
Yeah.
The big red one.
Yeah, boo to you!
Was it you that
Oh my
just
God,
did that?
Daleks
Yeah,
are so
it's
in
just
fashion
me.
right now.
Yeah. I'm just having a conversation with myself.
No, that's fine. I'm glad, I'm letting you guys talk.
All right, come on, what's yours?
Oh,
This Beck's
were you
story's
done? That was
boring.
it was fashion? All right, mine is... The Daleks listen to D4WH. Oh, yes. I love it. It's just a promo for our show. We're like, how does the BBC even know about us? Who was the last person you sent a message to? John. Generic name, John.
John.
So John also obviously listens to D4WH, I'm assuming. What's the last photo on your camera roll? We asked for an object. This person wrote sunrise. So that's
The
technically...
sunrise does not like to be objectified, but
Isn't
there
it?
you go.
It's a concept, really, isn't it?
It could be the
Concept?
TV
It's
show.
not an object.
Could be Koshi.
Koshi.
Yeah, I thought it was, Koshi. John is on Sunrise talking about D4WH, and the Daleks tune in, and they're like, I like this guy with the bald head and his jokes. I hope the cash cow rings me.
Yeah, but then they do that. I wake up with today. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, one of the other Daleks enters and they're like, no, Steve, no. Sorry, Steve. There's actually Steve in the audience, but my generic improv name is also Steve. It's very embarrassing when that happens. No, Steve, to the cash cow thing. What's the one? I don't know. We're not going to do promo for Sunrise.
No, but I wonder if they do have names. Like, are they just like Dalek? Are you Dalek 479 or are you Jim? Dalek Khan. Well,
What'd you say to me?
Dalek Khan.
What'd you say to me? We don't say that word on this podcast.
Yeah. Dalek 69.
But they were special Daleks.
Gross.
Whereas the rest of them,
Yeah.
It was a special thing that they got names.
yeah. Otherwise, they're just
But how do they like...
Keith.
Did you
Jim.
do the thing we asked you to?
Stan.
No, I didn't. The other Dalek
Gary.
did. Which Dalek? That Dalek. Which Dalek are you talking about?
That
Dalek over there. We should really have names or at least numbers and designations. This is
Or
ridiculous.
just wear a ribbon.
Who's in charge around here? That Dalek. Which Dalek? God damn it, there's so many of us.
Well, that's true. If you wanted to talk about one of the Daleks, you might sidle up to the wrong one and go, that Dalek over there is such a dick. That's me. That's me. You're talking about me. See, I would hate that.
Or you go up and talk about a Dalek and they're like, oh, mate, that's a hot water system.
Yeah.
And the last place this person went on holiday was Nimbin. So, all right, legalise it. The Daleks kidnap Koshi and John, and they go to Nimbin to listen to D4WH. All right.
Okay.
We've all seen that episode. We've all experienced that episode. Yeah. Nicchia.
That was a really good one. I liked that one. Now I've got another one. It's the Dalek Diaries. The Dalek Diaries. Now, last person they sent a message to was Tilly. So
Just random names, guys. That's great.
I love Tilly. Tilly's a great person. I don't know who she is, but I'm sure she's lovely. She's there. Hello, Tilly. See?
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Who knows the audience? Not Adam.
I never said I did. Did I say that I know the audience? Multiple times.
You said
Thank
that
you very
in the
much.
green room. You went,
Stop
"Fucking I
taking
know the
notes.
audience."
Beck takes notes so she can edit later on.
So the Dalek Diaries. Anyone seen the Dalek Diaries?
Is it like the Princess
Oh,
Diaries?
it's very much like that.
Where
One
a
of the
Dalek becomes queen?
Yes. Instead of the Dalek Emperor and the Dalek King and the Dalek, they decide that they're going to go with a gender, a specific female gender to go with the 13th Doctor, who's a female. So they have the Queen Dalek.
Yes, Queen.
Queen Dalek. And her name is Tilly. Tilly, the Queen Dalek. She wears a tiara and has, instead of Dalek bumps, she's got like Diamante things.
I love it.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's lovely. So anyway, great episode. Right, and who did they last take a photo of? The Milk Crate Man. Good-o.
Is that like Slender Man?
No, that's how you stop people who are stabbing you with a milk crate.
That's a topical reference, like literally in the last 24 hours.
That is very much an Australian way. The Americans have guns, we have...
Milk crates.
Milk crates.
Which we throw at people at 400 miles per hour.
How many times do you drive around with milk crates in your car? It's like, get out of here!
I wear a vest of milk crates, and it's like a bulletproof vest. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's probably why you don't get laid. But
I like going to the milk crate range and...
shooting milk crates?
Shooting, I don't know.
Shooting milk crates at other milk crates, yeah.
Did you know that there's a rage cage?
Yes.
Did anyone know that? It was on our podcast.
Rage cage.
Rage cage in... Where is it?
West End.
West End. I was going to say Highfields, but that would be Toowoomba, so that would be
What
wrong.
happens in a rage cage?
You can just smash things, like people.
What happens in a rage cage stays in a rage cage.
No, you pay, and Chris Martin was telling us on the podcast, and you dress up in all safety gear because safety. And then you get a baseball bat, and you can smash plates. You can buy a television to smash up, and it's just to make you feel.
That sounds very unhealthy.
Really? I think that would be the best thing to get through life, wouldn't it?
Dave?
My entire life is a rage cage.
Serious, significant concerns.
We're setting up a rage
My
cage.
head is a cage, and I'm always locked inside of it with my rage.
Anywho, Tilly...
Despite all my rage, I am still...
Just a rat
in a cage.
Just a rat in a cage. So, would you like to hear about Tilly, the Dalek Queen, or are you over
100%
it
Yas
now?
Queen.
Are you over it?
Yas Queen, I would. I have two thoughts that come to mind when you talk about a Dalek Queen. One, a Dalek version of RuPaul's Drag Race, which would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, trying to see them like create a look. You know when they're working on it, and then you see them on the stage, and you're like, how the hell did they pull that out of the shit they had to work with? That is amazing. Or a Dalek just doing the Queen's speech at Christmas time.
Oh, or a Freddie Mercury one.
We've done a free work, yeah.
Yeah, but for Queen. Like a killer Dalek. She's a killer
Dalek!
Dalek. So the Milk Crate Man, I'm not quite sure how. My story's really just going nowhere. So in the Dalek Diaries, where Tilly, the Queen Dalek, she falls in love with the Milk Crate Man, as we all did, just a little, didn't we? And of course the Daleks were very cross with her about this, because she's the Queen, and when you're the Queen, it's like, do this, do that, She didn't want to do it anymore. So they...
Is this Lord of the Rings?
No,
It's going on forever.
Well, it could be, because they moved to Wellington.
Oh.
And they set up a Lord of the Rings ride festival.
One does not merely slide into Mordor.
You should see my Dalek corgis.
My precious, I want it. No, Gollum, you shouldn't. No, Smeagol, I only have the one voice. That's why I'm doing both Gollum and Smeagol at the same time. All right, well, that's the end of the episode. Woo!
Oh, thank God.
Thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate you coming out. Everyone listening, we know there's a lot of people who would have loved to have been here, and we would have loved to have been here as well, because you would have bought a fucking ticket. Thank you so much to everybody in the audience.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, Nicchia, do you have anything to plug?
Oh, well, always. All In. All In Brewery in Banyo. We have comedy. It's very good, isn't it? We have comedy at the end of the month on a Friday, and it's fantastic. And we have only seasoned performers, and only 4. So there you go. There you go. Try to get on there, eh? Right?
Beck and Glenn, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Nothing. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
I don't know.
A true delight.
Has it really been a pleasure?
It has been a pleasure.
Do you two need a moment? Do you want a room?
It's very nice.
Just
totally fine, but just let me know.
Right, yes.
Cool. So I've got the amateur life coach with Amanda and Emmy on the 31st of August as part of the Bris Funny Fest. Tickets on stickytickets.com, and it'll be lots of fun.
And Glenn, did I see you playing how many pianos around Brisbane?
20. So there's 20 pianos for the Queensland Music Festival, and I played them all. They're all on my Insta.
Yeah.
If you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Lots of 80s songs, a bit of bad jokes in there.
I thought it was all going to be chopsticks.
No, it was like I got Dooney to ask me if I like lettuce, and I went, no, I'm a rocket man, and then started playing. Like just got little puns like that. It's fun.
And also Crooked Comedy. We're both on at Crooked Comedy.
Yeah, in September. That's right.
On the 7th?
I believe so, yeah.
So, Adam, you've got shows as well, right?
Oh, yeah. So please check out Bris Funny Fest. There's a lot of great shows you'll see from the walls around here. Fantastic festival that I'm running. Can't wait for it to be over. It'll be great. And just for everyone in the room, because all of these shows will be done by the time the episode comes out, Real Life Fake News, I will be at Real Life Fake News at School Night Comedy tomorrow night at Paddington Substation. Ho Hum Musical Improv at Concept Friday and Saturday nights. The Great Debate at Ether Brewing on Sunday. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, August 20th and 21st, I will be performing at stand-up at Randy and Friend at the Milk Factory. And Thursday, August 22nd, I will be in stand-up versus improviser at Heya Bar. You can find details about all of those shows on brisfunnyfest.com.
You haven't got time to have a root.
No.
You really don't.
No. I do think about that
Doesn't take
sometimes.
long, no, does it?
As I scroll through Tinder and basically think, I don't even have a time to have a girlfriend. All right, get the word out. Let me.
All right.
Here we go.
Go for it, baby.
Oh, this one's the Dalek Diaries again. Everyone wanted the Dalek Diaries.
It's the same one, no?
Oh, is it? Did you put it back in?
Could have. No, it's not.
It's terrible.
It's probably me. I got shit writing. There you go.
What's
It's Richie's.
That's mine. That's good.
creepy?
I don't.
It's crack ass. What?
Creepy casting call, right?
I saw that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's going to me too the... a suggestion is, it's also Melbourne, same as yours, so strange. And the suggestion of an object is blender. So you might be in Melbourne, of course, buying the most artisanal blender that you can. Costs over $1,000, don't you know, darling? But, it blends everything. It blends iPhones, it blends iPads, all that sort of thing. You know what it doesn't blend? Audio waves, carrots. It's a real downside to the blender. It just cannot do carrots. It'll do every other food, but if you put a carrot in, your blender is fucked. So basically, but it can't also blend audio waves. So you spend your time sitting down working out a blender that can grab audio waves from the air, put them into the blender and blend it up, and then you get an episode of D4WH and you shove it in there and you blend it up, and then you release it. It becomes way bigger than the podcast ever does. You put like a backbeat to it, and what I'm trying to say is thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming. Please listen to the podcast. Thank you.